Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you. All right, welcome to episode 166 of 15 Minutes of Genius. It has been a while since we did an episode. We took a little break with a lot of other projects going on my side, but we are back. I've made time, and we have some amazing new episodes coming up, including this one with a great entrepreneur. Before introducing her, even though you can see her right now to my right, there she is waving. Just make sure to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. If you'd like to look up any previous episodes of 15 Minutes of Genius, there's a lot of them. There's 165 previous episodes. You can go on Apple Podcast or Spotify and search for 15 Minutes of Genius. So my guest, her name is Taylor Walker, and she is the co-founder of Spritzal Cookie Company. A little bit about them. Formally established in 2014, Spritzal Cookie Company is a family baking company located in Rockland, Massachusetts, right? MA.
Yeah.
And inspired by, I'm getting so bad at remembering things, it's not even funny. Inspired by Jody Walker, who's her mom, beloved Nannie Greta. They make shortbread cookies. They have these family recipes. They're delicious. She sent some to me. It's like having a baked cookie from your oven. I mean, they're amazing. They're doing massive expansion in mass market and other stores. They have a bunch of new flavors that are coming out. They have Spritzal Cookie Almond, lemon, key lime shortbread flavors, using the original recipe from Nannie Greta. And they use simple, locally sourced ingredients for delicious results you would expect from a home-baked cookie, like I just said. So how are you doing, Taylor?
I am doing great. I'm still trying to recover from sweets and snacks, which was super fun, but we did really well. And it was just overwhelming to see all the brands that were there and be a part of it and get the feedback that we got. So super exciting times over here at Spritzal.
Yeah.
And happy it's summer.
Yeah, we're heading right into summer here. We're taping this in very, very, very late May, going into June. So tell us about sweets and snacks, right? Plural. Tell us about the show. Was it your first one? Where did it happen? And what did you get out of it for those that have never been to the show?
So it's a buyers only, and here's my brain. It's, creators, buyers, store brands, different things like that, distributors only show. Basically any candy or snack company that you can think of is there, which was astounding to see in person. And it was in Chicago. Next year is going to be in Indianapolis, which I already booked my booth because we just had a fantastic time. It was the most amazing 3 days I've had. Definitely the best show I think I've done thus far and getting to this point. And we just launched our new cookie bites, which are these little bad boys right here. They're little bite-sized snackable cookies. And we just launched those mid-March and they're blowing up. So just kind of all the crazy things that are happening right now. It's not going to be a restful summer, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's a good problem to have, as they say.
Oh, I wouldn't for sure, 100%.
Wouldn't even call it a problem. So for those that don't know, tell us about the different lines you have, the different types of cookies, and what are your best sellers?
So our almond flavor is the original recipe, and that's what I grew up baking with my mom. She grew up baking it with her grandmother, and that's how we kind of based our whole recipe around. But we focus on clean label, minimal ingredients. So we bake with just 5 and just 6 natural, organic, non-GMO ingredients. Working on non-GMO verified, it just takes a while to get through.
It's a hard one to get. So I remember spending like months on end on non-GMO verification just for those that have not gotten it or trying to get it. It's a long road, as you just said.
Yeah. But we're all clean label. Even we have one of our top SKUs is a birthday cake shortbread. So we use natural rainbow sprinkles with that. We have a blueberry pie for summer, which is super fun, delicious. You open the bag and blueberry just hits you right in the face. We have a key lime, which is yummy. Yeah, I just made the other day on our Instagram, Spritzal Cookie. You can go find the recipe. I made a blueberry cheesecake crumble ice cream with that all mixed in, and it was a 10 out of 10. So I have that recipe on our TikTok and our Instagram if anybody wants to find it. And then we also have a key lime. We have a ooh-la lemon. We have a birthday cake, as I mentioned, and almond chocolatey chip. In fall, we have a pumpkin pie, which is really yummy. And then we have a holiday almond shortbread. So these new Spritzal bites we just came out with, and that's kind of what you're going to find on shelf in most locations now that we're expanding pretty quickly, which is super exciting. And we also have a clamshell version, which is what you'd find in fresh bakery. They just look, you can see the cookies, the same branding and all that. But we're kind of in the process of our growth phase of trying to get out of that section of the grocery store and just move towards center store. So we've got a lot of moving parts going right now, but we're in a really big growth phase, which is super exciting. It took a lot of hard work to get here. I used to do the farmer market grind every single summer. I think this is my second summer in a row where I don't have to do that anymore. So it's just kind of pinching myself every step of the way to get to these kind of places. But
yeah, it's really amazing, just as, you being an entrepreneur, and it's a mother-daughter, dynamic duo when building this brand and getting more distribution, but in a very short amount of time, right? I mean, you started a while ago, but in the last year or two, you've really gained more distribution, more flavors, more innovation. What really strikes me about you, Taylor, is that you're a grinder. You hustle so hard, you work so hard along with your mom. She also works incredibly hard to build this business. And I, before approaching you, I had no idea, and I don't say this in a bad way, how small your team is. It's you and your mom and a couple others that are running this entire company with more national distribution. And so that really tells me how hard you work and how your heart is really in it. So just kudos to everything you're doing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we decided to really just go for it in 2019. Prior to that, we were a totally different brand. Like I said, we were doing all the events, local stuff, kind of testing the waters to see how or what we felt about growing to this kind of size. And hopefully now I can bring on somebody. I need an assistant or a little Gen Zer that knows how to do the socials and things, because it's just, I look every way and I don't know which way to focus some days. So, but yeah, it's been amazing. The growth phase that we've had, and we just got picked up within a 10-week period. We'll be on shelf in mid-July in a major club store, and we have a lot of great traction going on with that. I don't want to jinx it or drop a name yet, but it'll be on our socials once we announce it, so you can find us there.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool.
Kind of insane.
Yeah. I mean, any club store, it's a tremendous demand. You have to make a lot of product. It's a lot of cash flow. You also have to support it with demos and in-store demos and things of that nature. And, for chains, whether it's Sam's Club or Costco or BJ's, you have potentially road shows you have to show up to. And I use the word have to, but it's a lot of fun to connect with the customers. But I imagine that you would do really well, in that type of environment, because you did all the farmers markets, you did all these on-site demos. So I imagine you're selling, because you're the co-founder, are you selling through in a given, let's say, farmers market period, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, how many bags of cookies do you think that you can actually sell through just standing at a table and talking about it?
Right now, I mean, I used to sell out at the farmers markets. I was always my top Girl Scout when I was growing up, so I just kind of
Girl Scout cookies
in my adult life. Yeah,
that was the early stages of you selling cookies.
I was a hustler back in the day, so I just figured, I was pretty good at it. I figured I'd keep going on it. I probably could sell through a lot. I'm pretty good, and I think the cookies speak for themselves too. It's not just people like to hear our story, and I feel like family stories really resonate with consumers. But also, if your product tastes good, they're going to buy it. I love trying new things in the grocery store myself when there's demos or doing networking things and swapping. At Sweets and Snacks, I did my little trick-or-treating on the last day and swapped stuff with people and trying new products that now I'm going to go seek out in store. So I feel like that's really just a very great selling point to customers, and then they can hear the story. We're not doing a roadshow with this one. We've been asked, but luckily I have a great broker partner who handles our account, and she has kind of been able to move it past. But we are going to be doing demos. We're going to be on the end cap, hot pink shipper with our birthday cake shortbread. really cute packaging. So I think it's going to be a win-win, and I'm super excited.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, I think you deserve, again, for knowing, I started in 2014 as well with Genius Juice. So I know how hard you've been working. I know the first 5-6 years was literally just figuring things out, doing farmers markets, exhausting, going to events, doing a lot of selling. And now you're like, it's exciting because you're hitting that critical mass where it's like, okay, I can work smarter now, not harder. I don't have to go to all these events and like be frantically running around selling product. You can get on the phone with a buyer and be like, okay, would you like to take these in? The buyer says yes. And now you have like a hundreds of thousands of dollars in a PO from a few phone calls, right? And so it's cool when you get to that stage of the business where things really start to turn on. You get that traction and you don't have to work as hard. You're still working hard, but not as hard as like 2015 to get that level of revenue.
Definitely. It's more, I think, now going to be building my name up. Personally, I just didn't do that until we got to this point because I didn't want to spin wheels and blow smoke when there was nothing to blow about. But now I want to be able to kind of build my name up and build our brand name up so people see us on the shelf and like, oh my gosh, Spritzal, I saw them on this or that, the other thing. Need to try it. So that's the exciting part. I love marketing, so I'm excited for that. But I feel really good about our product, and I feel the consumer market is definitely missing our kind of product in there. We're going up against Lorna Doone. We're going up against those kind of big guys. And if you read our ingredient deck, like I do when I grocery shop, I read every single thing. You'll see the difference, and people are wanting that better for you product. And I think it's a great trend that's come out of all the COVID stuff. People are starting to be really more self-conscious and conscientious about their health in general. So we're a better for you cookie. We're still a cookie, sugar, butter, flour, good old school stuff. But it's definitely a better choice than some of the other products out there.
In the 30 seconds we have before we get to our next segment, can you tell us just dialing it in, what makes you different? What do you not, I would assume what don't you have in your product that other competitors have in their product? Like what makes you different? Why would someone want to buy your cookie over a Fig Newton or a Chips Ahoy?
I mean, if you look at their ingredient deck, and I wish I could pull up my slide that I have of comparisons,
right.
We use 100% AA salted butter, organic flour, pure cane sugar. Our extracts are organic. We use eggs and then natural rainbow sprinkles, all that stuff. It's 5 ingredients. You can read it, you know what it is. But if you look at other even competitors of ours with butter, we'll cut it with palm oil or margarine, which are really toxic oils for your body. And they put in a lot of junk and other preservatives in it. We use 0 preservatives. Shortbread was just made for the long haul. And we have really fun flavors that you're not going to find from our competitors on the market. We try to make ourselves super unique in the fact of our flavor offerings and our clean label deck. And I think that really resonates with our consumer base. It's fun. It's snackable. It's a cookie. Who doesn't like cookies?
Exactly. Boom. I thought that was really straight into the point. If you run a buyer meeting like that, where you just went into the competitors and what you do differently, like I would be sold if I were a buyer. Like this is a very high quality cookie. And it's like something that you make at home. Like you said, like something from an original recipe. It tastes like, and you sent me samples, they're delicious. Like it tastes like something that was made in a kitchen, simple ingredients. Now still decadent. Still something that has sugar and it has butter.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I mean,
it is more healthy than, let's say, another cookie. So that's a big plus.
Our serving size is 4 cookies. So they're a little bite size. It's 130 calories for any of our plain ingredients.
Not bad.
And it's only 6 grams of sugar. So it really breaks down to like 1.5 grams per cookie. So if you've got diabetes or something like that, like we have a lot of customers that love that because it's a lower sugar content comparatively to any cookie on the market.
Nice. It's like you can have your cookie and eat it too, literally.
Exactly.
Very much love that. Yeah, I had no idea. When you hear it, you think decadence, you think sugar, you think, with butter, but you have those ingredients in there. It tastes good and it's still not high in calories or sugar. And that's really hard to get that balance, right? Because things taste better with butter and sugar. So you got that balance 100%. Really right. So our next segment, because we have about 2 minutes here, is called Rapid Fire Questions.
Rapid Fire Questions.
All right. So I'm going to ask these really. Yeah, I don't know if you saw this one coming. So I'm going to ask you really quick. You did not, right?
No.
Okay. Well, at least we're not gonna make you sing. I know you're a singer.
Okay.
You took music
Maybe another
classes.
time I can come back.
Yes. So she mentioned before we went on air here that some pollination in the air and sinus stuff and allergies. So not a good time to sing. But I'm going to put you on the spot with our rapid fire questions. But every guest goes through this. All right. So bunch of questions. Answer them as quickly as possible. Whatever comes to your mind first. Let's go.
Sure.
For music, which decade is the best? The 70s, 80s, or 90s?
So hard, but I love the 70s.
Love it. What do you do for exercise?
Just started going to the gym. I'm a gym girly.
Movie you can watch in a limited amount of times?
Step Brothers.
I love that movie. Why are you so sweaty? I was watching Cops.
Yeah.
Don't touch my drum set.
Touch my drum set.
Chocolate
Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate. 100%.
So that movie was actually filmed about 10 minutes from where I am right now.
That's amazing.
It was filmed. It wasn't actually filmed in Catalina. It was filmed at the Trump Golf Course in Palos Verdes. So literally 15 minutes from where I am right now. Favorite country to travel to?
Well, it's still technically, actually, you know what? I lived in New Zealand in high school. I did an exchange for a year there, and I'm obsessed, and I want to go back. So I love New Zealand. Favorite
Star Wars character?
Chewbacca, and I have a Shih Tzu that looks like him.
What is your spirit animal?
Probably a dog.
Do you like to drive an SUV, a coupe, or a truck?
SUV, baby.
For food, so it's good to lug around a lot of cookies. For food, salty or sweet? I can guess that one.
Ooh, actually, I'm a salty girl.
Interesting.
I do love like chocolate covered pretzels though, are best of both worlds. So
cool. Sure, you have some flavors that have a little bit of a hit of salt in there with the sweetness, right? I bet.
Yeah, I'm always innovating new flavors. So maybe down the line we can do something like that.
Chocolate sea salt with cayenne pepper. That's one. I love kind of the spice that goes in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like chocolate
try that
mole.
in my test kitchen.
Cocoa mole is what, it's a nice, like, or Mexican chocolate, like spicy chocolate. That's getting really, really big. I love that stuff. You're like writing it down right now. Favorite day of the week and why?
TGIF, baby. It's the weekend. I get to sleep in on Saturday.
Exactly. No more farmers markets on Saturday, right? You're going after bigger fish now.
10 a.m. sleep-in day. My one day a week.
I can relate. Uber or Lyft?
I have Uber on my app, so I'm going to go with that.
LeBron James, Michael Jordan, or Kobe Bryant, the best of all time for basketball?
I don't really know basketball very well, but I'm going to go with Michael Jordan. And
I don't know if you watch, it seems like you're an action movie type of gal. I'm partly kidding. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I'm thinking like, The Notebook. That's what you're more looking at, but who knows? So you don't like that either. All right. So I'm making terrible stereotypes here. So you could be into any movies. I don't know.
Okay.
But
all right.
Terminator 1 or Terminator 2, which one did you like better?
I haven't seen neither one, so I can't answer that question.
I guessed right that you weren't really into action movies, so I'm going to move on to the next. Favorite food or drink if you're stuck on a deserted island? You cannot say Genius Juice and you cannot say Spritzal Cookies.
I can't save, so I have to pick one or the other to save?
Yeah.
Or I'm just free
one or the other, either a food or a drink, something that only thing you can have on a deserted island.
Can I have unlimited sushi? Will that count?
And it makes sense too. There's fish around an island, so it makes perfect sense.
I mean, it'd be really sad without my White Claw, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, that is, and I got to pull this up. Hold on, wait for it. I wish I did not pull this up early because I did not prepare accordingly. Give me a second.
Did I survive?
There we go. Applause. Great job. That is rapid fire questions with Taylor Walker with Spritzal Cookies. So website, Instagram, how do we find you? How do we order? And any notable retailers to buy your product at?
So we're about to launching some stuff, which I'll be posting on our website, on all of our socials, but we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Spritzal Cookie. We are also at www.spritzal.com. And we'll we're going to be running a Father's Day sale coming up. Starting tomorrow, we're going to launch for 15% off with cookies, letter 4, dad, or number 4. And you can order online. We drop ship anywhere in the US.
Cool.
And all of our other stores are on our website. You can check out.
Right on. All right. So this has been episode 166 with Taylor Walker, Spritzal Cookie Company. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you soon. Have a good one.
Thanks so much for having me. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Stay genius, my friends. Forgot to say that. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you.